everyone, welcome to the latest tutorial by Taff Rocks. I'm taking a lovely leisurely walk this beautiful Sunday morning on the banks of the very river that we take our name from, the River Taff. So you guys already know what today's tutorial is going to be, but that doesn't stop me adding this in because I'm looking for inspiration. So I think I am suitably inspired by my walk on the weekend. So welcome to Taff Rocks HQ, where we are going to create a bumblebee on a rock. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and click that little notification bell to get updates. For today's project, you're going to need a rock. This was an awfully rough rock, and I smoothed it over with some exterior paint. Our very first midweek short will show you how to do this. You're also going to need a thin paintbrush, a broad paintbrush, this is getting lots of use, black paint, yellow paint. Oh, this is fabulous. This is a fluorescent yellow, and I know bees are not fluorescent yellow, but let's change it up a bit and make it interesting. You're also going to need a pencil and some water. Fortunately, there's no water in here right now, so I'll get right on that. And your apron. Never forget your apron, plus a cloth or a piece of tissue paper. Let's get started. This is me traveling back in time from the end of the video. You'll see me make an awful lot of mistakes today, but I've decided I'm still going to use this video because you also need to know not to make the same mistakes as me. I wish I'd had me earlier, or would that be later? I don't know. My palette is ready. I have my yellow, my black, and a bit of white, which I failed to mention earlier. Much like our ladybird, what we're going to need to do is imagine that our rock is in 3 parts. And on the 1/3, we're going to take our pencil and draw a line. And start painting. So I gotta keep turning it around. This is just how I paint. It's our third full-length video now, and I don't know if we're getting any better at it, but I am doing my best. I'm using this tile, not so much to save my work surface, because that's easy for me to clear off, but because my worktop is so bright, I thought if I use something darker, you might be able to see what I'm doing better. So, on these 2/3, paint it yellow, or whatever colour you want your bee. I know that this is the kind of paint that's going to need more than 1 coat, so as soon as this is dry, I'll be right back, put a second coat on it, and then we'll carry on with the rest. Alright, so he is now completely dry. I'm going to take my pencil and draw him on some stripes. Let's be fair, no self-respecting bee would be seen without some stripes. I'm going to take my fine brush and do some outlines as a guide for a bigger brush. You need a steady hand for this, which, as you can see, I haven't got today. Typical. Someone's knocking on my door. I'll be back in just a second. Sorry about that. I'm back now, so let's finish off this bee. Or finish off his stripes at least. Okay, so I'm going to change now over to my thicker brush. And I've got paint all over me. Amazing. We're still learning how to do our videos. Our technology is extremely limited, so please bear with us. Lovely. We're going to need to wait now until these stripes are completely dry. Meanwhile, we're going to put some eyes on. Let's have a look if he's in shot here. Yes. I'm going to be using whites for his eyes. This paint is far, far too thick. So I'll put a bit in here. Hopefully that's enough. And literally just drops. Mix it in. You don't want to put too much water in because you're going to ruin the integrity of your paint. And it will just turn to water. But instantly you can see this is much, much thinner, but still thick enough to use. I am going to take a big dowel, because this is a big rock, or bigger than normal, and this is what I'm going to use for his eyes. You can paint yours on, but this is what I'm going to use. One, and the paint is still a bit too thick. Yeah, okay, just fix this one now whilst it's still wet. Okay, right, so I'm going to, once it starts drying out a little, I'm going to need to fix those eyes. Let me see if I can do it now. A clean thin brush. Yeah. Okay. That's not so bad, actually. There we are. Absolutely not so bad. Now I'm going to take the same paint and I'm going to do in a little mouth. Just a little U shape. If you make a mistake, like I already have, don't forget you can always trash your paint pot. Get your black and go with the bits that are not quite right. There we are. I'm just going to wait now for these to dry, and I'm going to put some blobs on there. Is this dry? Yep, this is dry. So we're going to start putting some wings on. Time for some wings. Okay, so get your pencil and just put a guide to big wing shapes. There we are. Take your thin brush, dip it in the white, and paint them in. It's up to you how you do these now. You can either just do an outline, or as I'm going to do the whole thing, and I'm only going to do one layer, so you're going to be able to see the stripes from the other side. Because that will then give the impression that you're not going to believe what I've done. I'm going to have to come back. Okay, so I made a classic schoolgirl error here, and I didn't clean my brush right. It's clean now. So whilst that one's drying off, I will be able to fix it. I'm going to use the thicker white, and I'm going to fill these in. I'm not going to do 2 layers, although I might have to match that one, because I want to be able to see the stripes through the white paint. And for the ends, right close to the body, or the head rather, I'm not even going to worry that it's not a straight line. Let me try and see if I can fix this. So a lesson for today is always make sure that you clean your brush off. Don't make the same mistake as I have, because now I have one grey wing and one white wing. Let me see if I can bring whatever's on this brush. There you go. Right. So rather than try and fix it, I've just swapped the paintbrush between the two, so they both end up being the same colour. So take note, do not make the same mistake as me. Time to put the dots on the eyes, and once more I'm going to use the dowel. If you remember from the ladybird video the other day, you can use the end of your pencil or something of a more suitable size. I'm just wondering if this is a good size. Yes, it is. And there he is.
If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Why not check out our other videos? If there's anything that you'd like to see, let us know in the comments below. Until next time, keep on rocking!